back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series. And we are back with our Rosebush tribe in the niche update 1.1.1, where we have amazing things such as scorpion tails, peacock tails, I think tail fins, purr snouts, and amazing things that we haven't even explored yet. Right now we have our Rosebush tribe going on a major migration. The creatures that have been incorporating wanderers into their tribe every generation are now moving it to a new island, and unfortunately we have too many creatures. So we're trying to figure out who will be able to go, who is going to stay, and I think Rose and Dart are having that conversation because Rose is one of our oldest creatures and Dart is her mother, and Dart recognizes, even though Dart has always kind of been like the baby of her family, I think she realizes that now she's the eldest of this entire tribe, and she's the one who's going to have to inform Rose that things aren't going to be as happy-go-lucky as they were in the nest. They can't stay the same. Not everyone is going to be able to come to the new island. So they've been making some decisions, and I have marked everyone I'm pretty sure we need to bring with us. So the creatures that we know need to come are the ones that have been marked. Currently, certain creatures have not been marked because they're kind of up in the air. We don't really know who would actually be mates for them. They may be able to mate with other creatures that we currently have in this series, which is fine, but I do want to make sure that we have our main pairs, and everything else outside of that is kind of a toss-up. So currently I'm trying to see which ones we'll be able to take with us and which ones we won't. We do have Lacois, who is currently pregnant with Jabir's baby. Jabir being our antennaed amazing nicheling who called and brought her into the tribe. I think she has a special place in her heart for him, so she wanted to make sure she had his child prior to everyone leaving. So I think once she gets closer to up here, we might be able to get her up this way. We'll be able to sit down, she'll have her baby, and we'll be able to see what that baby's genes are, and maybe that might adjust some of my plans. But other than that, currently we are working with maybe 4 pairings right now, which means we have 2 open spots, which is not a lot. That means Thorn is possibly up for grabs. That means Rose and Leo and everyone who we absolutely adore may not be able to come with us, which makes me sad. But we need to skip the day and see what we can do, because as a tribe that accepts wanderers, it means that we may not be able to have all of our beloved nichelings always be part of our tribe when we move forward, but that is the way of the tribe, the Rosebush tribe. We have to make sure that we always remember the teachings of Iskra, that everyone is valuable. And even though everyone is valuable, that means that everyone is up for grabs when it comes to having to decide who gets to come. Oh goodness. So let's skip the day and see what we can do. Oh, look at you. Peridot got so big. Him and his big stinky tail. See, I actually adore the stinky tail. Like, I really don't want it to, like, I really want the peacock tail, but I adore the stinky tail. It's just so cute. Makes him look like a squirrel. Let's have the babies come this way. Arrow and Seti need to start moving forward. So we'll get Seti up here. So I think it'll make Lacois feel a little bit better that her children were able to come a little bit closer. And then we'll have her sit down and put her nest down here. Dart, I think, is going, well, after having talked to Rose, I think she would have set up right here to show her final berry bush on the island, and they'll have a little bit of discussion as Dart gets ready to pass away. Kiro, whoa, 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 rogue male. Rogue male, no, go away. And there's a potential of a sickly baby. No, Leo, come help. Oh my gosh, they can't move fast enough. Oh my goodness, this is horrible. And all of my girls that have the potential to be dangerous have already, like I think Dart is gonna pass away, so we don't really have to worry too much, but we'll leave some space for her to like do some damage if she needs to. And this stupid rogue male just went off and attacked Rose. Now Rose is gonna have a child. Oh goodness, that's just unfortunate. And then we'll have, this space is actually fairly protected, so we'll have some of our more powerful creatures set up over here. And I don't think, well, so Arrow would be able to pick up from that berry bush. So there we go, here's another berry bush, which that definitely means that there's some bunnies in the area. Let's send Gonya out this way so she can start looking around. Peridot would want to be close to his family. Arrow and Seti and Peridot are all babies of Lakois, so let's see what type of baby she's going to have. Oh, I hate rogue males. He's just sitting over there on our port waiting for us. We need to give him like a horrible, he's gonna, I wish we could name the like enemies again, because he would just be like he would just annoy me. Thorn and Azalea are both sitting up waiting, hopefully that they can like protect any of any of our female creatures over here who don't have any ability to protect themselves. Rose, I think, got a little too cocky. I think she just forgot that she was going to have to, she might still have to protect herself when she got all the way over to this side of the island. All right, let's skip the day and see what baby Lakois is going to have. No. So this is kind of sad because we have Dart passing away and Lakois having a new baby all on the same day. But okay, so let's see. We have the antenna in here. He is A and F as well. So yeah, he's not, New Kirta is not going to be a really great addition to the tribe. He's probably going to stay here with Lakois, which means we have 2 creatures that have to stay. And that means one other creature has to stay other than these 2. And I'm not sure who. Let's have Rose have her baby here. Whoa, who are you? We're getting way too many creatures. Oh wow, Iskome has, oh my gosh, she has bird beak and toxic body and female peacock tail. That is like the strangest combination. Let's have Rose invite her in, because I think it's more of a rule of this tribe that all wanderers have to be invited. I think it's a rule. They can't turn anyone away. If someone shows up, they have to assist them. So let's see. This Iskome is over here. This rogue is getting way too close. There we go. So we'll have Leo sitting right there. Azalea is going to tell him what for. Now we have no more rogue male. Good. Good for you. Good. Well done, Liz. So let's see. Who are we missing? So we have Kiro who's going to come. So we have 14 usually. So we have 3 creatures who are going to stay. So we have Solera, who is adorable. I really want her to come too. She's like the legacy of Sunstone. Thorn is also like a legacy creature. She has this beautiful scorpion tail. It's Thorn and Rose. These 2 are like the main creatures that I really wanted to bring with us. Oh my goodness, this just makes me sad. But I think Rose should come. I don't think Thorn should come, so we'll end up having to like leave her behind to help with New Kirta. I think that'll help. I think that'll make me feel better. That Rose told Thorn to stay behind and protect Lakois and the baby, and I think she would do it. I think it would be something that she would feel would be her responsibility, because she's one of the stronger creatures in the tribe. And I think, well, no, I love Azalea. Azalea is already has a planned mate. So Azalea is already planned to go with Kiro. And Jade and Peridot are supposed to go. So we'll send them up forward. Thankfully the rogue male is gone. Iskome, D and H. H is necessary because we have very limited genes right now. Let's have Gonya come up this way. Who was going to be her mate? I'm trying to remember. I think it was Arrow. Yeah, Arrow is supposed to be her mate. So Arrow and Gonya are going to go, and they have A and F and B and D. So these guys are going to have a few babies. Seti. Oh, I absolutely adore Seti, but I don't know if Seti is going to be able to come. Because we have creatures with... She has female peacock tail, so I think she would be necessary. But she won't be able to mate with Peridot. She could mate with Leo, which would actually lend us some really strong creatures. That actually might work out. We could have Iskome and Leo be mates, which would actually work out very well. And then Seti would stay with his mother. I think, oh yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So Seti, Lakois, and her baby, Nukirta, and Thorn are going to stay here. And probably Rose's baby, because I have no idea what that baby is going to be like. But Rose's baby is probably going to stay. And then once we... because I think everyone would want to... Thorn would be here to protect them. Seti would want to stay with his mother, and I think now that she has like a family of her own, I think she would be very happy. So Lakois wouldn't mind staying with her two boys, and I think Rose might give her child to her, and then Leo and Iskome could have children. So let's put that setup on them so I can remember, because I'm very bad at remembering things. And then Solera will be here, and she could possibly mate with Peridot as well. So we'll end up putting the peacock tail into her mutation menu. Okay, I figured it out, you guys. That took a little bit of time. Thank you guys so much for being patient. But we did want to make sure we had a good idea of how our story was going to continue, because I don't want to have too many weird loose ends. And since we're keeping our tribe fairly small, and traveling nichelings is always about 10, I'm super attached to everyone. So it's not like, oh, we have like 25 nichelings, just kick the best 10 onto the ports. It's like we have 14 nichelings, and we know all of them really well, and we know their story, and now we have to leave them on an island on their own. It's just sad. It's just upsetting. And I don't think, yeah, these two couldn't have any babies. These two couldn't. Maybe Rose is gonna have a child that will be able to continue this line of that we're leaving on this island. So let's skip the day and see what happens. Rose, who's your rogue baby? Sickly! Oh my gosh, sickly rogue baby. Oh my gosh, with F immunity, that's upsetting. We cannot take a sickly baby. Oh goodness. So Rose, I think with a heavy heart, would have to leave her child. That would definitely upset her, but I think it would be very necessary, considering that the baby's sickly and we can't do anything about it. So let's have Iskome, Jade, knock out that leech for me for a bit. And then let's see, Leo, come meet Iskome, who is definitely going to be a different creature for him. He's never met someone so tall, and I think he would definitely respect her for her strength. So these guys might be very cute together. I think Lakois is gonna come over here and take care of the baby. Kiro is going to call for Azalea to come this way. Gonya, let's have her jump this way. Arrow does the same, and Solera. There we go. Everyone is set up on the ports. Thorn, I think, is going to help them pick up some berries, make sure everyone's going to be well fed. These guys are going to stick with their mother. I think Locoise would be very proud of her children, especially the ones that, or at least that Arrow and Peridot get to go forward. And I think she would just be sitting there waving at everyone, telling them to go forward and do amazing things. And oh my gosh, I can't believe we only spent like maybe one generation on this island. Not even. We barely spent a generation on this island, and now we have to leave. Oh, but it's okay. We'll see what we can find in on the next island. Hopefully it'll be something fun and interesting. But thank you guys. I'm super excited. We'll be able to see what the next one has in store for us. So let's hit the island exit. Let's say goodbye to Locoise, who basically saved the tribe again. And let's travel. Okay, lovelies, we are at the next island. It's pretty big. There it is, you guys. Oh my gosh, there it is. It's here. We found it. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we'll be able to do it in this episode, but we found the port. We found it. We found the place, that Whale Island that all of these creatures have heard about since they were children, that would be the salvation of the tribe. That Whale Island was just a myth that Emerald's tribe, the Lazuli tribe, told each other when they would go to sleep, that it was just a place where a whale would just let you travel on its back to any island that you would like to go to, and it was just a fairy tale. And now these creatures have spent so much of their time looking and traveling, and now they have found the port to the Whale Island. We'll be able to go in the next episode. Oh my goodness, so excited. But first, we do have to have a few babies, I think. Or could we make a run for it? I am tempted. I am so tempted, you guys. I'm so tempted to make a run for it. But I've noticed that if we make runs for it, it's possible that some of our creatures will pass away, or we'll only have like a few minutes with them. So I don't want to rush it. I want us to get there when we have like really good genes, and we've able to find that peacock tail, and we've been able to put in some of these really amazing genes that we've been working really hard for. So I think we're just going to take our time. We're excited. We found it. We know it's here. I am very proud of all of us. Well done, you guys. So the Rosebush tribe is just going to take a little bit of time to kind of find their bearings. I think they'll head toward this tree, I think is a good spot. And we'll start moving forward. And I think Iscome is probably going to be the one to have the first set of babies, because everyone else isn't nearly as old. Leo is also the oldest of his side of the family, so he's probably going to want to have some children as early as possible as well. Solera, I think she can have, yeah, she can have babies with Peridot, so we'll just add that yellow dot on that yellow gem for her, because those are going to be our distinctions for our tribe. So let's have Arrow, who's very attached to Begonia. These guys are actually super adorable. And Jade, who wouldn't want to leave her siblings. Let's see, Rose is still Rose, and so Rose is going to be the one to start really pushing forward, trying to get everyone over to that safe haven. They've always stayed underneath trees, so I don't think it would be surprising for them to really want to spend most of their time underneath that tree over there. So let's skip the day, start moving everyone a little bit farther in. No one is really like Dart now, since we've kind of spent a lot of our time, or at least they've all grown up with Dart, so no one is as excitable as she is when it comes to traveling. So, well, not she is, she was, because she passed away. Oh, I hate thinking about this. So let's have Leo kind of encourage Iscome to start moving. She's a little bit slower than everybody else, but let's have Leo move this way. There we are. We're getting really close to the tree. I don't think Azalea would want to leave anybody behind. I think she's very much we've already discussed how motherly she tends to be. So I think she would be calling for Jade to just pick up your berries and let's go. Because they've all been together for such a long time. There we go. And Azalea would be just scanning around the oceans, being very cautious because we don't really know what's on this island. It looks like a very nice island. It looks very quiet and unassuming, and there's going to be a tree, and there's some berry bushes we've already come up next to, and there's a couple permanent nests, so I think we'll be fine. Let's have skip the day and see what happens. I don't hear or see anything. We haven't heard any of those. There's a wanderer. There's a wanderer in the grass. Rose, it is your duty as the current leader to see what we can do about a wanderer. There we go. We found them. Tavanvan. Right next to a permanent nest as well. D and E immunities. Bird beak. Oh my goodness. And antenna. Poison fangs. I kind of just want the poison fangs. Like, bird beak is really supposed to be really great, but I really just want poison fangs. Oh my gosh, that's kind of awesome. Because it would be amazing to have our creatures with their beautiful poison fangs and scorpion tail at the same time. That would just be awesome. So I don't think we can add that into the mutation menu yet. He's just sitting around eating our berries. So let's get over here. Let's have Leo invite him in. So Tavan, welcome to the tribe. Since you are going to be the first wanderer added in this, or at least not the first one. Iskome is the first one to be added in this generation, but Tavanvan, I think we should add a new name for him. And for Iskome, I kind of want to, because they're just such interesting nichelings. So let's have Iskome. I think we're going to go with, since she's meant to be Leo's mate, let's go with Kiara, because I'm thinking Lion King in my head. And then Tavanvan, you look like a little ghost. Oh my gosh, he looks amazing. Like, I just love his, he's the spots and the ram horns and the everything. He just looks great. Let's go with Spirit. I was about to spell Sprite, but Spirit. Spirit is a good name for him. And I don't know if I spelled that right, but I'm supposed to be an English major, so we're gonna assume I spelled that right. So Rose, I think, would be really well set up with Spirit. I think that they would make a really great match. So we'll just add in, we'll add in that scorpion tail into his mutation menu. And is there anything we want to fix? Not really. He actually has pretty good everything else. And I think their babies are pretty much going to be a toss-up at this point, because she has antenna, he has antenna, he has those poison fangs and that bird beak, and they both have like 2 different types. The runner's leg I'm perfectly fine with keeping, but everything else is just going to be a toss-up. It's like we have no idea what type of babies these 2 are going to have. Other than that, let's add in, I think I want to add in a claw for them, because she, after her encounter, I think she would want to make sure she can protect herself. Do we not have claw unlocked? We don't. That's unfortunate. Let's go with the nimble fingers, because we want to make sure we got some good genes in there. And then I think we want to fix his eye. There we go. but these two are going to make a good set. I'm actually very happy about this. I'm excited. Let's have Solera sit up underneath this tree. Begonia will probably take over this area over here. Peridot will probably go over here with Jade and Solera happily to take over this area. And let's have her pick up some more berries. Let's have Arrow come down here to spend time with Begonia, and Kiro will come over here, and I think him and Azalea are going to be a little bit more mobile. I think they're going to want to spend a little bit more time looking around. They'll probably explore this area just a little bit. I don't think they're going to want to stay in one place or at least stay near the tree too much. And then Iskome is going to start clearing this out, I think. There we go. So we have like some good pairings. We have some good area cleared out for the tribe, for everyone to get a little bit comfortable. I'm very happy with this. Thank you guys. This is I'm excited to see what type of babies we start having. Since all of our little ones are still a little bit young, we'll be able to kind of see them be able to teach their children some really interesting things. We'll be able to start adding in all of those amazing genes that we've been working towards. I really want to see what type of babies these guys are going to have. I want to see that mask come through. I'm probably going to put that in their mutation menus because we want to see that be really, really apparent, because these are the descendants of Sunstone after all. These are our very bright, sunny side of our tribe. Then we have Leo and Kiara, I think are going to have some very strong creatures. And then we're going to have Gonya and Arrow, who I think are going to have a lot of very quiet, unassuming creatures who will be able to protect themselves, but I think they're going to just be caretakers and picking up food and being very I think these others are going to be more in line with Iskra's teachings, so they're going to be the ones to invite more wanderers in. I think these guys are going to be the ones to be the ones calling a lot. Well, these guys are probably going to do the calling. These guys are probably going to be the ones inviting. I haven't really figured it out yet. Let's skip the day and see what we can do with some of our creatures. I want to start having some babies. Let's see, we have a lot of moles over here, and there's some nuts over this way, there's some bunnies over here. So let's see, let's have Solera move here. I'm gonna do this strategically. So I think these guys are going to have their babies at the same time. So Peridot, what are we going to do with you? So he has weird eyesight. He already has the peacock tail. This is going to be difficult. So I don't really, the deformed paw we can get around as long as he has one good type of paw. These guys have good paws both all around, so I'm not going to focus on these. I'm going to put the eyesight in. And then we're going to put the peacock tail in. And then for these guys, she has good eyes, peacock tail, and the pattern are what I'm going to look forward. So peacock tail for one, and then the pattern, the mask for the other. And then she already has the pattern, so we want the peacock tail, and I think I'm going to add in some horns on her because we want them to be able to at least protect themselves a tad. They're going to be very, very lazy creatures, but we also want to make sure that they can also take some. No, they don't. Ah, that's unfortunate. We don't have ram horns active either. That makes me sad. What am I thinking? Let's go with. She doesn't have anything interesting, so let's add in the antenna in here, just because she doesn't have anything listed here other than no pattern, other than no horns. And so let's see, D and B, A and C, A and C. So we're going to be able to have babies with both of them. and he'll pick up that nut. She'll sit here, pick up those berries. She'll make her nest and then pick up that nut. There we go. So we're gonna have like a mini baby boom at this point. And Kiro is gonna start searching around, seeing if he can look for anything to hunt down. Gonya and Arrow, let's see. We'll focus on eyes and nimble fingers on him. And then we'll focus on adding the scorpion tail for her. And then we'll add in, let's see. I think I want to add in something interesting. So scorpion tail and let's go with the antenna, because I think antenna would be a thing that I really want to start seeing on a lot of our nichelings, especially when they do like the final retexture on it. It will probably look amazing. So let's have her have a baby with him, and then we'll have him start going out this way to look for food and see if he can look up another berry bush. Probably started clearing out this area. These two, ooh, there's a tree over here. We might send Leo and his mate over this way. So let's have Kiara and Leo set up over here. I think they'll like that area. And then that means Spirit and Rose are left. And let's have these guys. So Rose has that poison tail. We'll add that. He's already added that in. She's already added that in. I think that's all I wanted to do with them. So let's have her mate with him, sit over here, and she can start clearing out this area, and so can he. There we go. So we have 11 nichelings. We're about to have a major baby boom, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what we start getting. We might end up getting babies with peacock tail in this episode. Oh my goodness. So we're going to skip the day, and this is going to be our last skip the day, and then after that we'll just see what babies we get, and then in the next episode we are going to try and name all of them. Oh, I am so excited. Let's skip the day. That sound, that beautiful, beautiful sound. Okay, what we got? So let's start with Begonia's baby. We have Kier, who has scorpion tail in his inactive traits. He has that antenna, which means he can tell the weather, which is kind of funny. Is it say weather resistance? No, it says weather prediction. So he can predict the weather, and he's absolutely beautifully pink, which means that our pink nichelings aren't going away anytime soon. And we have Vanta, who has that peacock tail in his inactive traits. He has that deformed paw, which is unfortunate, and he has good eyesight, but he doesn't have anything else. And then we have Duke New. Guys, check out that nonsense. Look at him. And he has his pattern too. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to check this out. Look at him. He looks gorgeous. And he has those green eyes. Oh my gosh, he is definitely a child of Sunstone. Oh my goodness. Look at him. And his paws are like a little red. Oh, so cute. This is what I wanted. He is absolutely gorgeous, and all of the other nichelings will know it too. I think Jade will be very proud of her little baby. And let's see. Last but not least, Ducro. And look at him. He has that scorpion tail, and he's a little dotted. He looks just like Dart. He looks absolutely just like Dart, except for the antenna. He looks just like her. And he has those white antenna, the scorpion tail with all of its little spots on it, and he has a white mane. He is adorable. He is good fertility. He looks amazing. He has poison fangs in his inactive traits. We adore him. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us such a cute baby. Okay, so I'm very happy right now, you guys, and I think this is where we're gonna end this part right here. We are going to end up naming these lovelies next time, and hopefully we'll be able to start having some more children that will be amazing additions to our tribe, who will be able to be the ones to go to the next island and ride the whale to wherever their destinies may take them. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!